Given three non-coplanar vectors A, B and C, we need to check whether the following vectors are coplanar or not. Okay, let us begin. First, what we'll do, we are going to name our vectors as A vector, B vector and C vector. That means if we take the vector A, let's say we're representing it as 2 times A vector minus B vector plus C vector. Then B vector, let's say it's represented by A vector plus B vector minus 2 times C vector. And then we have C vector. So C vector is represented by vector A added to vector B minus 3 times the vector C. Fine. Now, what we'll do, we'll suppose we are going to make an assumption that these three vectors A, B and C are coplanar. Although we need to check whether if they are coplanar or not, but we'll begin with an assumption that they are coplanar, which means that if they are coplanar, this tells us that if we take any one of the vector, let's say we pick up the vector A, it can be expressed as a linear combination of the other two vectors. We have x times B vector added to y times C vector. Now where are x value and y value? So x and y, these two are going to be some scalars, some real valued scalars. We don't have to worry about the value as of now. Now what we'll do, we will substitute the values of A vector, B vector and C vector. So A vector, that's 2 times A vector minus B vector plus 3C vector. X times B vector means we have x times A vector plus x times B vector minus 2x times C vector. This is going to get added to y times C vector. So we have y times A vector plus y times B vector minus 3 times y C vector. Now we're going to combine all the like terms together. So we have 2 minus x minus y. This is going to get multiplied to A vector. This gets added to negative 1. Then we have positive x plus y. This gets multiplied to B vector. And then we have 3 minus 2x minus 3y to multiply to C vector. This is going to be equals to the null vector. So here I'm choosing a null vector because on the left hand side we're operating with vectors. So that means we have addition of vectors. So whenever we're operating with vectors, it's logical that we should get a vector on the right hand side. Now, luckily for us, it's given here that A vector, B vector and C vector are non-coplanar. But let's use this fact that A vector, B vector and C vector are non-coplanar. If they are non-coplanar, that would mean that their coefficient 2x minus y, 2 minus x minus y must be equals to 0. We have negative 1 plus x plus y, this must be equals to 0. And simultaneously 3 minus 2x minus 3y must be equals to 0 as well. Only then this particular equation is going to hold true. Now what we'll do, we'll pick up any two equations at a time. Now we're going to, let's label this. This is going to be equation number 1. Then we have equation number 2. And then we have equation number 3. We're going to pick any two equations at a time and solve for the values of x. So let's do one thing. So let's add equation number 1 with equation number 2. So this is going to give us, we have 2 added to negative 1. So that's going to be positive 1. Negative x added to positive x. So that's going to be 0. Negative y added to y. So that's 0. This is going to be giving us 1 equals to 0. That's not true. So here we don't have any solution that satisfies 1 and 2. So let's do one thing. Let's take equation number 2 and 3 and let's try to solve for the values of x. So we'll start by picking up the equation number 2 and multiply each term with 2. So we have negative 2 plus 2x plus 2 times y. That will be equals to 0. Then we have equation number 3. Let's keep it as it is. So here we have 3 minus 2x minus 3y, that's be equals to 0. We're going to add these two equations. So here we have 3 minus 2, that's going to be positive 1. 2x and negative 2x cancel out. So 2y minus 3y, that's negative y. So that will be equals to 0. So we get y value equals to 1. Now what we'll do, since we are solving 2 and 3, so we're going to use equation number 2. We can use 3 as well, but for this simplicity purpose, I'm using number 2. Now we have negative 1 added to x plus 1 equals to 0, which gives us the value x equals to 0. So we have obtained, solving 2 and 3, the values of x are 0 and y equals to 1. Now what we'll do, we need to check Now this time we need to do a check. We need to check if x equals to 0 and y equals to 1 satisfies the equation, satisfies equation 1 or not. So we have 2 minus x is 0, minus y equals to 1, so we 1, that will be equals to 0. So 2 minus 0 minus 1, that's 1, 1 equals to 0. Now we know that's not true. So this means that, this only means that thus the three vectors, a vector, b vector, and c vector are non-coplanar. So that means our assumption was wrong.